Also, let me know if the game is too loud or if I'm too loud. I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that. I wish we'd managed to find some clue as to what that speckled band might be. We didn't manage to investigate at all. And I imagine... Hello! 8th anniversary, woo! Then we won't be able to for a while longer. We'll never get past that sailor guarding the door. Quick, you distract him, I'll sneak in. He's clearly glaring at us a bit to say, don't even think about it. Oh, wait a minute. What is it? Well, what happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go? Oh, dang, where is he? Oh, yes, he completely disappeared. When did he do that? He's like a cat! He slipped away as quietly as the wind, but not before ensuring these were securely back on my wrists. Okay. Okay, I think yeah. Want to chat, buddy? Wait, no. That's not what I meant. You. I really wish we'd had a chance to look around in Miss Pavlova's cabin. Hi! What? Why you look like that? You want something? Hmm? Maybe you want me to throw you out again, hmm? No! No. Definitely not that. Next time I have to throw you out, I show you where lobsters spend winter. The ocean? Understood. Maybe I should steer clear of him until he's forgotten my face. I don't think he'll ever forget your face, Naruto-san. Is there anything new I can look at? Were we not allowed through there? That door leads to the second class area. It's locked. I can't open it. No, well, that stands to reason. No one wants to let the murderers... Gosh, she gave me a very stern look when she said that. Whose side are you on? First class cabin number 1. Yeah, that's our cabin. Not, I feel like we've had this conversation before. Oh yeah, we've done this before. Okay. What'd she say? Passageway adjoining the first class cabs is first class as well. We shall never be able to get in. Looks like they're still investigating in here. Yes, on that subject, I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga is unscathed. From what? Oh hey Ebba, how you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I've been trying to play the Grade Ace Attorney on Saturdays these days, so. Surely you haven't forgotten, have you, Naruto-san? Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? Oh! Is he in trouble? He was going to talk to the captain about it. He said he'd lay his life on the line for you. Yes. But I'm sure he was exaggerating. Let's see what he has to say for himself. Is he in here? He might have some new information for us. You never know. Is he in here? Anything new? So it's clear that these letters were written with ink that was somehow spilt on the floor. And they spell the Russian word for wardrobe. It does seem to be an unambiguous pointer to you, Naruhodo-san, as you were sleeping in there. Yeah, since 2023 is the year of the rabbit, I thought I could try to dress accordingly. But to be truly unambiguous, it should have just spelt out my name, don't you think? Touché! Well, either way, one fact remains. It's hard to imagine that Kazuma-sama would have written his last words, or word, in Russian. Again! Like, does he... Unless Kazuma is fluent in Russian, I don't see any reason why he would have it. Which begs the question of who did write it. Has to be one of the crew members, because they're the only ones that speak Russian here. Aside from the detective, but he's a little... I feel like he's a little too... What's... like, loopy? Sort of. This is where Kazuma spent his final moments writing his diary. 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. Sorry, trying to think. Okay, the speckled band, since the opening animation for this case was of a snake, would like a hissing snake sound like a whistle? I can't whistle. 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. I can't read today. Looking at his writing here on this page, it's almost impossible to believe that he's gone. I'm still pissed he got the Mia-Fei treatment. Kazuma-sama left us a valuable clue in these words, I'm sure of it. We have to solve this mystery, Naruhodo-san. Also, speaking of this game, I was thinking, like, I thought maybe Susato would be the Maya-Fei for Ryunosuke, but I realized so far she hasn't been accused of murder yet, so since Ryunosuke's been accused twice of murder already, I guess he would be the Maya. We will. Yeah, exploration of, sorry, I was about to say, like, sexuality and gender exploration, it's a never-ending journey. Lots of twists and turns. Also, it's a little caught by surprise, because it's the detective man. Yeah! Okay, okay, when you were standing in the background, can you see my... Hold on, can you see my mouse? No, you cannot. Hold on. Let me fix that real quick. Capture cursor. Okay. Okay, so you can see my mouse now. Anyway, back when he was standing in the corner, I saw this, but I thought it was just blood from him coughing it up. But instead, it looks like he was actually beaten up. Inspector! What happened to you? Your face is... Please, don't worry about it. Wrong side of the face, but okay. They're just scratches my ass! You got a black eye! And your glasses are shattered. Made by a bear, maybe? When I told the captain that I'd given you permission to investigate, he told me he'd pummel me with his fist and then toss me overboard. What? But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. He knocked you out cold! Femcat boy. So was nothing real. No, it's not! It looks like he wasn't joking when he said he'd lay his life on the line if he had to. Well, thanks to your efforts, we now know a little about the neighboring cabin. Yes, so I understand. Oh! I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective. Oh, boy! You ran into Pretty Boy, huh? Ran into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. I think his name was something like Herlock Sholmes. I don't think he was German, though. That explains it. Shall we compare notes then? We can tell you what we found out. Yes, let's do it. Nikolina didn't she say not to tell anyone? What? Nikolina Pavlova. She's in the cabin next door. Oh, do you know who she is? Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know that graceful angel? Hosonaga, you do ballet? You sure you don't need a hospital? Oops, I think I upset him there. Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case at least. I don't know. How? Because They said the same thing about Dahlia Hawthorne, and look where that went. Oops, now I've definitely upset him. Inspector, has your investigation in here proved fruitful? If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. So when to... The Funny Phoenix guy isn't here, and if anything, I'm playing as his ancestor. So I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job. Oh, I see. There is one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you. What? Yes, do tell us, Inspector, please. Should I go for Great Detective or new info first? What is this new information you have, Inspector? It's this. The Bourdieu's medical officer has finished his examination of the body. I managed to obtain that report. Oh. Kazuma's post-mortem? Mia Fey Chronicle version, no! What was the cause of death? Damage to the cervical vertebrae is what's written in the report. Crap, my anatomy is horrible, but would that be around the lower back? Oh. Again, my science is horrible. His neck was broken? Yes, it would seem so. There were no obvious wounds or other signs of injury. So at first, I think they were considering poison. God, I guess that makes sense if there wasn't really any injury, but... Sorry, I'm trying to, like... Okay, so it definitely wasn't, maybe not a snake or anything. But... I'm imagining someone broke in, maybe it was someone Kazuma knew. The person who broke in rushed in, snapped his neck, and then dead? But it turns out they found no trace of poison in this system at all. Well, what weapon was used then? Nothing has been found as of yet, but the fact there are no signs of a wound suggests that it may have been a blunt object, something that would leave a mark. You know, earlier in the case, that bookshelf was a mess, and that statue was knocked over. So maybe? Oh, I see. All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. monster speed. Go after my horse when ape shit. Oh no! And no obvious wound we left. Poor Kazuma. I have a second copy of the report. Yes, please! Also, if you get a prosecutor who updates that autopsy report, I'm suing. Yes, it's fine. I trust you. See, Susato, he trusts me. After all, if I didn't trust you, I'd never have agreed to you leaving this cabin in the first place, would I? Okay, 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. Damage to cervical vertebrae. Victim's neck was almost certainly broken as a result. No, so it was one hit kill? No obvious external injuries. I feel like if someone was hit that hard on the back of the neck, there should be some sign, like bruising. Oh, Mr. Sholmes was here, was he? Yes. He seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about on the floor investigating. I just imagine him creeping around on all fours, like not crawling, but on all fours like a spider. Like a four-legged spider. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored. Did he say anything at all? Oh, they do not get along. Creature. Actually, now that you mention it, yes. Just one thing, but he practically shouted it. It's shoe polish, was all he said. Also, if I'm... Oh god, I clipped. But if I'm too loud, please let me know. Shoe polish. The ink? I wonder what he meant. It was when he was over there, by the piece of broken glass. Do you see? The text box is in the way. Oh! Perhaps he was talking about this brick-colored mark, do you think? Okay, not sure about the bell, but maybe either the killer or... Wait, the slut. Either Kazuma had very shiny shoes or the killer did. Yes, that must be it. But how can Mr. Sholmes know that it's shoe polish? Did he kneel down and lick it? That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea. What is it, Susato-san? Well... Kazuma-san was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue. Dark tan? A sort of dark brownish red, then. Yes, a little like the color of red wine, but darker. I often repaired them for him. Oh, she's a shoemaker? Or shoe fixer? Or some sort of shoe professional? Does this mean that his mark was made by the polish on Kazuma's shoes as they scuffed on the floor? That would be from the top. I imagine that would be from the top of his shoes, because if it was on the bottom, I don't know, that just seems weird to me. Place where I'm wanted dead. Live hard or go home. That's really all I can tell you at this stage. I should return to my post. My fellow crewmen's eyes are boring into the back of my head. Yeah, yes, that might be for the best. Thank you. Poor Inspector. You look exhausted. Oh, no. Well... Oh! I feel terrible that I failed to protect Asuki-san. He was my responsibility. I don't like seeing him sad. But I don't like seeing him coughing blood either. Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. You are his friends. The truth is, I seem to have had a heavy head ever since I woke up this morning. Heavy head? Was everyone drugged or something? Because, like, even Ryunosuke was saying that he woke up with zero knowledge of what happened the previous night. And now he's like, heavy head. Heavy head? That's interesting. My head's still throbbing, too. Alcohol? Some sort of poison-ish, but not deadly thing? Okay. Wanna talk, buddy? Whoop! Where did you go? Oh, sorry, I just went to the next door cabin to investigate. Why? Who gave you permission for this? Well, Seaman Hosonaga did. That new Japanese was it. I can't do a good Russian accent. Later, I will roll him into a ball and throw him in cold room. I'm trying to invoke TF too heavy. He's gone back to guarding the door. I hope Inspector Hosonaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account. He's really gone out of his way to help us, hasn't he? When we get back to Japan, we'll have to take him for a steak at La Carnival. That could be a very long time from now, Naruhodo-san. Don't try to do it. What have I... Sir, please move. All the books provided for passengers occupying this cabin neatly arranged on the shelf. They were all over the place when we first looked around, if you remember. Oh yes, and you tidied them up, didn't you? You have to look after the ship's property. It's a crime scene, though! Unruly behavior in the cabins leads to death. Damage. Why did I say death? But it really wasn't me who knocked them over. Well, anyway. New baby! New baby. Anyway, I feel much better now that they're neatly lined up. I can't relax when things are untidy. Is there anything I haven't... Oh, I can re-inspect things? These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Bordia. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. So by bringing her pet on board, Miss Pavlova has broken the rules. I never got to see the little boy! She called it her friend, didn't she? Yes, although we don't know what form this friend takes as of yet. 4 days old. Also red. I hope that's... Is that normal? I don't know anything about babies. I'm almost certain that whatever it is, it's inside the traveling case in her cabin. A friend. There's more to this than it seems. Okay, I expected that. Can I at least look? Why can't we look at the ink on the floor? It really is such a beautiful color, this glass. It looks like what it was has broken clean in two. I think it looks like a bell. But the other half is nowhere to be seen. And then there's the brick-colored mark, which is shoe polish according to that great detective you seem to know all about. I suppose it must be from Kazuma-sama's shoes. Flat. Okay. Maybe, but what I'd like to know is, how can the detective be so sure that it's shoe polish and not something else? Because he's a great detective, of course! He definitely didn't lick the floor! That's hardly a reason, isn't it? Okay, is there anything else here? Nope. 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 Blim. Okay, go back to the vent. Still, it's a really interesting design for the little bars. I don't know, I'm so used to seeing those the space in between the vents being a lot smaller, so this much space, it's kind of nifty. So this ventilator joins to Miss Pavlova's cabin. Yes, that's right. And just a few minutes before he died, Kazuma saw something emerging from it. The speckled band, as he described it. If only Miss Pavlova had been able to shed some light on it, but she seemed as baffled as we are. Don't diverge! Yeah, I wonder if she's telling us everything, though. God, I wish I had the Cyclock ability. Or the Tell ability. Or Athena's super special hearing. I'm not sure. I know most people aboard would say the same thing about me, but there was something about that woman that didn't sit right with me. Is there anything else? Is that everything? Can I move? What's the situation here exactly? Something happened, we go out here. Ah! Look, Naruhodo-san! Seaman Stroganoff is gone! Quick, get in! Strong enough? The burly Russian sailor who's always crossing his arms and glaring at us and has that strange, stripy thing on his face. Well, these Russian names are impossible to remember. Tra-la-la. Captain Underpants, is that you? Did you hear that? It sounded like someone singing. Tra-la-la, tra-la-la, lirda, lirda, lay. I did it. You're not Captain Underpants. This caroling. I know that lark-like voice. Well, never mind that now. This is a golden opportunity for us. Yes, you're right. We must seize it. Let's get inside Miss Pavlova's cabin while we can and investigate. Definitely. Before that stringy knot crewman comes back. It's Stroganoff, not Stringy Knot. Wait, is she still in here? Oh. The case, it's open! Miss Pavlova isn't back yet. Susato-san. Where'd she go? Hey, what are you doing? Those are her private things! There's not a moment to waste, Naruhodo-san. We must investigate everything as quickly as we can. Quick, look into the toilet! I suppose you're right. For Kazuma's sake. Are you getting fashion ideas? Not just for Kazuma-sama. What do you mean? It can't be long now until we arrive at port. In Hong Kong. Oh, she is. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there. Quick, break me out of them! Really? We must solve this case, Naruhodo-san. By ourselves if we have to. Yes, we will. First things first. This is open. Oh my, Miss Pavlova's case is open. It's completely empty inside. But according to the great detective's great deduction, she was hiding her special friend in there. Yes, a friend that she had to keep secret. Because you're not allowed to bring animals aboard the SS Bordia. I wonder what kind of animal she had in there. Seriously, I want to see the little boy! I was thinking like either a puppy or a cat or a snake. Or maybe something else. And more to the point, where is it now? Investigate everything. Naruto-san, are you there? Sorry, I'm right here. Why? Oh, good. I thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no... Really? There's no place like home. Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump inside every wardrobe I see. Well, anyway, I'm not sure anyone could fit inside this one. It's full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes. I was rather hoping we might find Miss Pavlova's friend in there. But no luck. I wasn't even looking in the wardrobe, I was looking at the bed. Knock knock! So this ventilator connects to Kazuma's cabin next door. Yes, although what a fool a shipbuilder must be to open a ventilator to another room. Plus, I remember there was a mention of maybe there were ventilators connecting all the rooms together, but doesn't mean they're all sharing air with no ventilation of fresh air. Maybe. It's so that if there's a gas leak next door, the occupant of this cabin would notice and raise the alarm. Or the occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning. That's a possibility. Anyway, last night, Kazuma wrote that he saw a speckled band coming out of this vent. Did the pet... What if the pet snuck outside? This cabin door has the same simple sort of bolted latch that our cabin door has. If the bolt's drawn across, there's no way anybody could enter the cabin from outside. Yes, it's not a particularly heavy-duty bolt, is it? Time to do a murder, but before that, how's the weather? But still, it wouldn't slide across of its own accord, would it? Unless you have... I guess unless you have a super strong magnet. No, and the door is made of metal, so there's no chance... Okay, you know, how did you do that? And thank you. And it seals up perfectly, too, to stop any seawater coming in. So you couldn't use the method you told me of passing a thread through a crack around the closed door, either. I seem to know a lot of tricks for opening doors. I'm starting to see why they suspect me. Wonder if they say anything new. Explain this cabin too. Look, rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects. Pets are strictly forbidden. I suppose Miss Pavlova realized that she needed to keep the contents of her case a secret after she read that. Her special friend, I mean. I wonder where her friend has disappeared to now. He's probably having fun exploring the ship, I imagine. Unless it's, like... I don't know, unless it's deadly, or until it runs to a crew member who goes, "Wait, look! Yeah. Prohibited things on ship! Get it!" I can't word or read today. Also, quick water break. I just hope Seaman Stroganov doesn't find it and throw it overboard. I hope not. If anything, I hope in the case they have, with the no pets allowed, they have some sort of, like, we have a special cage for this pet. We're not gonna throw them overboard. Oh, yeah, so do I. All the books have toppled over together. Look, every single one. Are you gonna put them back as again? Put them back up again. Do you think that's a god of the sea, perhaps? He's toppled too, though. It's exactly the same as the bookcase next door. In Kazuma's cabin. Perhaps Miss Pavlova was practicing a difficult ballet pose and fell against the bookcase? Didn't she say she didn't want to do ballet anymore? I don't know. Would she really be practicing ballet on the same night she ran away from her ballet company? On a ship, no less. Alright then. It must have been you. Susato, really? Not everything bad that happens on the ship is because of me, you know. Well, anyway, I'll set them all straight again in here, too. I don't like seeing things in disarray. Oh god, Pavlova comes back. Who? Wasn't my bookshelf toppled over? Maybe the pet could. Either big pet or limber pet that can, like, go, like, mess up the books. It would seem this teapot is empty. So the natural conclusion is that the Rushes are very thirsty people. Everyone's thirsty. Or because Miss Pavlova only came to this cabin last night, she hasn't had the chance to make any tea yet? I mean, it could be either. Yeah, I'd be itchy. Yeah, I remember, like, during quarantine, it's like, after things got a little easier to handle, it was like, get me out of here! It's definitely that they're excessively thirsty. I'd lay 1,000 to 1 on it. Hold on. You're rather obstinate, aren't you, Naruhodo-san? Ow, sorry. There are just a few books on the desk. Nothing else by the looks of it. Well, Miss Pavlova only ran away from the ballet last night. She's hardly occupied this cabin for any time at all. Sorry. That's true. I wonder what kind of book she likes to read. Let me see. Yes, I see. It would seem that Miss Pavlova enjoys reading. I can't read! Books Russian. Okay, it wasn't far off. Thanks. I think I probably already knew that. It's rude to ask too much of people, Naruhodo-san. Kindly remember that. Is there anything else here? Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch it. Yeah, I'm trying to decide which one I want to look at first. I'll do the plate. I wonder what this little saucer is doing on the floor. Yes, it doesn't look like it's been dropped. More like it was put there deliberately. Ah, do you think there could be a leak in the... Did we just forget all about the pet? Do you think there could be a leak in the roof just above here? What, a leak? Is this ship quite safe? I'm sure that even if there's a little leak in the roof, it doesn't mean the whole ship's gonna sink. Plus, if there was a leak, wouldn't that just mean it's raining really hard? No, you're right. Of course you're right. She's really trying to persuade herself, isn't she? Pet, you in there? I suppose every cabin has a waste paper basket. Shall we have a look and see what's been thrown away? Naruhodo-san, it's poor etiquette to go sifting through someone's rubbish, you know. Weren't you just sifting through her clothes and books? Those eyes. She's looking at me like I'm a piece of rubbish now. However, these are special circumstances, I think. Exactly, we have no choice. There's hardly anything in here at all. Oh, well, that's a little disappointing. What were you hoping to find? Did that, did that, did that. Did that, did that. Did the wardrobe, slash the bed. There's one of these next to the bed in Cosmo's cabin too. Yes, it's a bell cord. I can't resist! She barely hesitated there, and she gave it a good tug too. I just imagined her grabbing it and then yanking it so hard it rips off. Nope, I didn't actually expect anyone to come. We don't want them to! We're trying to investigate in secret! Is there something I'm missing? Let's see. I kind of miss that you don't have the option to talk to your partner anymore, because I remember the old games, like the Phoenix Wright series, you could talk to Maya, like, so any ideas, and what should we do? I would never believe... Whoop. Spend a little more time investigating in here. Okay. You lied to me! The picture's on the wall. I don't think I can. The closest I can do is the bookshelf. Oh, they're saying something different? So we're gonna take him to dance around inside the cabins. Tell them it's Pavlova, not me. Well, anyway, I feel much better now that they're neatly lined up. I can't relax when things are rather tidy. Damn it! Fine, I'll look around, even though there doesn't seem to be much. I already checked that, check that, check that. Pavlova's cabin. This could be our chance. We already went in! The burly sailor doesn't appear to be around at the moment. We could investigate every last inch of that cabin! I'm not sure if we could go that far. We could certainly do with more looking around. Is there anything else here? Hey, buddy! Oh, it's Mr. Sholmes, look! Wow, you never know where he's gonna turn up next, do you? Again, he's like a cat! He seems to be stealing a look at something as he sings to himself. Tra-la-la-lira-lira-lay. I did the great detective, boy. He's still singing. Do you think he hasn't noticed us? Or he's simply in extremely high spirits? Quick, throw a shoe at him and see if he reacts. Yes, there were times I'm sure you knew when the yard bit off more than it could chew. And through it all, when there was doubt, its lucky hairlock was about. Excuse me? I solved it all and I stood tall. I did the great detective boy. That didn't rhyme. Mr. Sholmes! What's it, you want to fight? Put him up, put him up. Honestly, interrupting a fellow when he's singing, and I was just about to reach the climactic finish. Sorry, I just thought you were never going to stop, so I figured now's a good time as any. I barely nearly dropped you to the floor with one of my famous right hooks. Alright, I get the picture. Now could you put those fists away before I spray you with the spray bottle? Mr. Sholmes, you seem to be examining something before we interrupted you. Also, I can't do an English accent very well, I apologize. Ah yes, that. I was immersed in studying up the ship's log, as penned by the stockily built crewman who was usually on guard here. Oh yes, the ship's log. And did you find out anything useful from it? Nope! Well, after 2 AM this morning, the majority of the entries are blank. 2 AM this morning. Was everyone... Okay, I'm convinced someone drugged the dinner, so everyone was out like a light. Like, maybe the... Okay, there was something about, like, a chicken dinner that Kazuma didn't like chicken, so Naruhodo got it. And I'm guessing maybe the chicken had some sort of sleepy thing in it that knocked everyone out. Which means that there was nothing to report. Nothing of note happened, so... Ah ha ha! Ah, ha, ha. You truly are a student of the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it. Ah! Sorry. Look at her! Your logic, my boy, is inverted. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Observe the other pages and all shall become clear. It would seem the same crewman oft stands sentry in this first-class passageway. Sorry, I'm trying to think. And he has an almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour. Okay, either he really didn't see anything, or he was lying for some of those half hours. Oh, he writes that in every 30 minutes? Nothing to report? Precisely. Put simply, the seaman writes nothing to report when there is just that. And yet, the ship's log from last night is largely blank. He didn't even write nothing to report. Do you mean... Peter! Yes, there were circumstances afoot last night, which led to the seaman being absent from his post. What kind of circumstances? What happened? Blow bubbles, please! That remains a mystery for now, but we can't be sure something significant took place. So significant that it caused the seaman to forget his regular habit of scribing nothing to report in the log. These are important details. I would stake my life on it. You must log the ship's log in your mental file. Also, please ignore that I shoved your friend aside. Now that deduction was worthy of a great detective. Yeah, dude, your previous deduction was crap and I had to fix it. Ah, you're starting to understand what my way is, I see. What makes Sholmes? Sholmes! Brilliant! Ha 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 ha, I can't. Ooh, ouch. You okay, buddy? What is it? Are you hurt? Oh no, oh, don't worry yourself. I seem to be afflicted with a throbbing head this morning for some reason. Nothing more. Everyone has headaches! We've all had headaches! Something's afoot! Well, my friends, until our next encounter. He's still singing to himself. I can hear it as he wandered off down the passageway. Did you get a headache? Is something wrong, Susato-san? You seem lost in thought. It's just... well, I feel the same. Sorry? Ever since I woke this morning, I've had something of a headache. A sort of continuous throbbing. I feel like it's either some sort of weird sleep-inducing agent, or maybe someone spiked, like, I guess, I can't words today, but it's like, spiked the punch bowl. Oh, you too? Okay, now can we check out? Same, I was even on the ship. Okay, now can we check? Can we see the little bolt? Ah, what's that? Shut down the engines immediately. Vessel sighted a quarter-mile 4. Full stop, hard starboard. All hands brace for impact. Iceberg? What the? I think we're about to crash into another ship. Oh, it's tilting! Susato-san, hold on to me! Ah! Susato-san, are you alright? Are you injured at all? Not again! I think I'm fine. Thank you, Naruhodo-san. Can we see the little boy? Looks like we avoided a collision. I think... yes, the ship has come to a stop. Oh my goodness, what about you, Naruhodo-san? Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. Oh shit! That sounds like... say nothing! Inspector Hosonaga! Is that you in there, Naruhodo-san? Unbolt the door immediately! What? The bolt? Oh, it's like when the ship tilted, the bolt just slid. Look at that. The door is bolted. Did you do that? Did you do that? Did you do that, Susato-san? No, I didn't touch it. Well, that's strange. How did... okay, I have a theory. Whatever happened, like, after maybe someone spiked the punch bowl, they, like, after they did that, everyone fell asleep, including the crew, the ship tilted, the bolt closed, and then maybe the murder occurred while that was going on at some point. The timeline's kind of off in my head. Kitty. They're just like they were before again. Naruhodo-san, aren't you going to open the door and let the inspector in? Fine. I better tidy this place up first. Where's the pet? Our violent emergency stop had solved one mystery at least, in a very vivid way. But I knew that what awaited us on the other side of the cabin door would not be oh, no. I hurried around tidying up the cabin with a new sense of foreboding in my heart. What? No! Tell me what happened! I need to know!